this? Okay, so that doesn't do what I want it to. Well, I had this whole idea and stuff. Okay, here we go. This looks nice. I hate that I have to use Windows Explorer for this. Or, I mean, Internet Explorer or fucking Edge or whatever you want to call it. Uh, this is Novel AI. This is the script I have written for it. We are going to generate an entire Finds Phrase fan universe lore using the AI only. And when necessary, I will switch to drawing some of this out. Because I have intentionally left details vague to see what the AI makes of it all. So, I am morbidly curious to see what I get out of this. Alright, so let's start with the first generation. Wow, okay, by the way, I pre-picked audio soundtrack for this purely at, like, random. This is on shuffle, and it somehow got to the Fnaf 2 song right after it. Alright. Oh, I should probably... Hold on. Wait, hold on. Let's ignore that. Let's only focus on this first half, because I have not read that yet. Calicool Cat and Friends is a local diner in Portland, Oregon. It's a beloved franchise since its founding in 1972. With its four main animatronics, Calicool Cat, a rock star cat lady with a passion for tunes and putting on a good show. Matt Mudhouse, a dog that loves to play the drums and play rough. Ben Hudson, a bass who plays the bass guitar and always brings cool vibes. And Cindy Counterflame, a reckless troublemaking Robin obsessed with hard metal, who always tries to upstage the Calicool band. So, this is already... I've established the characters, so it should know what the animatronic characters are. The question is, will it remember that they're animatronics, or will it turn them into real people? I have no idea. I really hope it turns them into real people, because then that will make it so weird if like kids are stuffed or hidden in them. Anyway, it was founded by Jack Espio, a young engineer who fell in love with the world of entertainment, with dreams making animatronics on stage as spellbinding performers he'd seen in the circus as a kid. His apprentice Tammy took note of this dreamlike fascination with the enchanting world of entertainment, and started working behind his back to push these characters to their uppermost limits. Now, no matter how dubious the methods, she started to learn the crass of the dark and horrific, the supernatural arts. She would realize Jack's dreams of stardom, even if it meant killing a few people to achieve it. All she needed to do was really bring the characters to life on stage. No matter how uncanny they may end up, no matter how many people she'd have to kill to achieve this. Tammy worked around the clock with her fellow students, who were all just as eager to expand their knowledge of necromancy and other dark arts. They all had undergone intense training, learned how to use their powers against the living and the dead. This is already a very, like, witchcrafty story. Alright. This is not too off the rails yet. No, like, space pope descends from the sky. Ooh, we got the mature theme going. They studied the arcane arts of the curse, the art of the chant, and the art of the sword. That's kind of random. I was going for more like a 70s kind of like, not Beatles, but like that kind of band. Very like, relaxed. Like, literally cool cat kind of personalities, but Tammy and her friends would work on ways to make their already feeling terrifying characters of Cool Cat and Friends even more nightmarish and then some. So I did not give any physical descriptions for Cool Cat or Calicool for Matt Mudhouse, but apparently they're becoming nightmarish and then some. Ooh boy. Let me tone down the theme a little. I'm so curious where this goes. One day, when they weren't looking, the equipment was stolen. The thief was a mysterious figure, dressed entirely in black with a hoodie covering his face. He came out of nowhere and stole their equipment. Okay, so we have Tammy, the fellow students. I guess she goes to necromancy college. Tammy was pissed off. Okay, what? Tammy and her crew were devastated. So Tammy has a crew. So I thought of her as like a lone girl working on her own, like as kind of like this wannabe William Afton kind of figure where she's not in charge. She doesn't have the power to do this, but she wants to so much that she's going behind her back. She's doing everything she can to appease this person she looks up to. That was my character concept. But now I guess she has her own posse to work with. But they knew exactly where the thief was going to take the loot. They found him, and the gang attacked, knocking him unconscious. Tammy was pissed off about the thefts, so she decided to teach the culprit a lesson he'd never forget. Gonna kill him? That's what's in character for what I wrote for her. I will have to redirect it a few times if it gets too far off track. She awoke the man from his slumber using a voodoo doll made of human bones. His name was Eric. He was a former classmate of Tammy's. He was also a member of Tammy's secret coven of witches. So we have a coven of witches. Now, this is a thing. Should I do more of a voice for this? When Tammy revived Eric, she instantly regretted doing so. He was now a walking corpse, one that could not rest until his revenge on Tammy was complete. Okay, I'm going to have to pull us back to the diner soon. So she's killed a man named Eric and brought him back. So my idea is I'm going to extrapolate ideas from this and like modify them into a story. I asked, so I guess we're from the perspective of Tammy. Tammy's officially the main character of this. So how did you do it? I asked. As I watched Eric get dragged into our apartment. Oh no, so we're not. Who is I? Who is the perspective character? Is this our Michael? Wow, how fucking long is... It's a 5-minute long song? Ah, I didn't know that. As I watched Eric get dragged into our apartment. My sister had been right about him being a zombie. In fact, he looked like something straight out of a horror film. Eric didn't answer me. Who is me? I've gotta know. I have to know. I have to know. Instead, he grabbed my throat, lifted me up by the neck. You will tell me how you killed me, he said. Wait, hold on. You will tell me how you killed me. No, it's too old. You will tell me how you killed me, he said. His house sounding raspy and weak. I gasped, trying to breathe. I don't know what gender our protagonist is. He let go and looked at me, his eyes glowing red. Are you still breathing? He asked, his voice dripping with mouth. That's a cool adjective. I nodded, gulping air. Good! He smiled, his teeth sharp and crooked. Good.
sister, who was standing there watching us. Her hands clenched together, and she kept shaking her head. What are we going to do with him?
She's British now, deal with it. So, Eric is officially a zombie. We don't know who the protagonist is.
Let's see what he knows first, I told her.
We walked over to him and immediately began to talk. You know, you really should kill him. Okay. I need to see more of this before I start reading this, because I don't know who's the perspective of this line. Okay, so this is in response to I. So, are we Tammy or not? Or is Tammy the sister? Who is I? The lack of specificity for these two other characters is really bothering me. Damn, this is getting really confusing. We walk over to him and immediately he immediately began to talk.
You know, you really should have killed me before now. I'm stronger than I've ever been. And soon enough, I'll be free. I'll be able to get free from your control.
So your control implies that we are Tammy. I feel like I'm actually deciphering Fnaf lore in like a book.
I sighed. He's right. You're stronger.
Okay, so we are the sister of Tammy. You're stronger. But I think we can find a way to keep him under our thumb. Even after you've gone through a lot.
Of changes. You laugh. The only reason you keep it alive is because you don't want to be alone. The rest of your friends are dead.
So the rest of your friends is weird. So we are an unknown protagonist. We are the sister of Tammy. I'm gathering from this, because this is up to a lot of interpretation. So, let me tab over. I should probably close. Let's ignore some of my research I did beforehand. So what windows do I have open? Okay. Okay, that's good. So, let me start making I don't really care about spelling being right now. So, protagonist is over here. We don't know who they are. Let's get like a default model. Going to represent protagonist. Protagonist is the sibling. Okay, so let me see if I'm gathering this right. And we'll give these characters designs and stuff as we go. So Tammy is like our William Afton equivalent. That was always kind of the plan. So let me... Why does... Can I fucking, like, fix the font size? It is always giant, and nothing I ever work on has font this big. Protagonist. The protagonist is I. And then there's Jack. And Jack, who has not been featured in the story at all. I need a Oprah. I don't need you. I need fucking internet. Okay. Epsio. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna redirect it like that, but so we can get Jack back in the story because he is important, I think. So Jack, Epsio. I'm now realizing it's kind of like Epstein, but fuck it. This is the name I came up with. So Tammy, fucking. So Tammy is the assistant. God, I really don't like that it has such like a large. Can I fix that? Can I? Is this always been like a? Maybe that will make the like default smaller. Does that? No, fuck you. Assistant. And Epsio owns. Can we get the default? Okay, hold on. Default down to like 10 or something. Okay, that's reasonable. Owns. And Calicool and your friends have not been really acknowledged. So this is our current map. And then we have Eric. Who's a fucking zombie. Fuck. No, I don't want... Why can I not close this? This is an immortal tab now. Where the fuck is the option to close this? Okay. Let's... Okay. So let's just... Let's find an image of a zombie. So Eric... Zombie. So Eric's a zombie. And Tammy has a voodoo doll of Eric, the zombie. So clothes, food at all. So everything connects back to Tammy. So this is our human list so far. I will have to give every character a design at some point. The protagonist doesn't even have a gender yet. So who knows who they are? Let me quickly check. I don't want to spoil Neon Dynamo by opening up folders where it's saved, so... okay, so we have the human roster saved now. Okay. So I've now adjusted it to try and get Jack back in the story because the AI really doesn't like having him in the story right now. So let's see where it goes now. I've given it a little bit more of a direction. Okay. Sorry, I need to check something on my phone. There we go. Back to Twitch. Okay. Then he gets an idea that will make their dreams come true. He calls Tammy to his office. Tammy, I've got a new plan, he tells her. It's time to go big time. Now, I'm curious if the AI makes Jack evil. Because then we have, like, a Day Shift at Freddy's kind of Henry William dynamic. Tammy smiles. That sounds wonderful. Jack nods. No, I mean it. We need a cat to cast a spell that will allow us to bring our characters to life. It's the next logical step in our progression as actors. Okay, I'm gonna adjust this line for coherency as create entertainers. Entertainers. Because this is their job. Not actors. They are not actors. That is just a continuity error. But I like that Jack's also kind of suspicious, but he doesn't say, like, kill people to do it. So, since I'm just doing this so we can get this plot point in here, of course 4 people have to die to become the characters. Okay, so let's see how the AI entertained. So we have adjusted the script to kind of follow a more traditional Five Nights at Freddy's story. She believes her customer spirits are already trapped within the toys waiting to be freed. So there are toys, and she's already killed people and put the life in them. I'm ready to help you, master the dark arts, she tells Jack. Excellent!
My palms are sweaty. Mum's spaghetti. I don't know why.
What? The fuck? How did we get... Huh? How did we get out of the playlist? Is that possible? It's on shuffle. Okay. I don't know how we got here. Back to the... Actually, let me put something specific on. Let me... There we go. Okay, so Jack is evil. I tried to save you, Jack. I tried to correct you into just being, like, naive and not understanding what... not understanding what Tammy had in mind. And that, like... So this is magic. Magic's just canon in this world. I'm gonna have to write all this down, because I think this is just bizarre. So, magic exists in this world, clearly. Wait and be free. So, she's already killed people. She's already killed people and infused their souls into toys. It's unclear how many people she's killed. I think we can play into that maybe, but anyway, let's see where this goes. I'm definitely not fiddling with Digimon. Oh, slightly off mic. Fucking... Okay. That's a cliffhanger. That's just mean AI. I stood there, staring at my undead friend. He was just beyond the reach of my magic. I couldn't kill him. Felt like a fool for believing this guy could be controlled. So Eric's... So this is protagonist boy. Protagonist Chan. Unknown protagonist who eludes our fundamental understanding of like everything. Also has like magic. I guess everyone does, as long... That's not what I was implying. I guess I said the dark world of the supernatural. Yeah, what did I phrase? Yeah, she learned to craft the dark craft. Yeah, I don't really say witchcraft. I say the supernatural. I more so meant ghosts. But apparently in the AI world, that just means fucking everything is witchcraft and, like, haunted. Which, I mean, that's kind of interesting twist on it, that it's a lot more of a kind of voodoo necromancy kind of thing going on. Anyway, let me try to think about how to apply. Do I want to reconnect? Okay, we'll give it a few more generations at a time. So Eric is a friend right now. We still, that's our only clue on what Eric's role in anything is. I kicked at the ground, trying to figure out what to do next. I suddenly then heard the sounds of footsteps behind me. I was expecting to see Jack. I saw no one. So we are a friend of Jack, regardless of who I is. Then I heard a familiar voice. Please be like Calicool, a cat or something like that. Because we don't know what... Okay. Okay, so we are Tammy now. So this is a different I than we were before. So we are now in the perspective of Tammy. Hello, Tammy. Hello, Tammy. How are you today? I turned back towards Eric. He smiled, showing his rotting teeth.
Did you miss me?
He asked. Of course not, I replied. But I don't understand why you're still here.
I'm afraid that if I left, I might not be able to come back.
That's an interesting implication. So I guess... Okay, there's actually an interesting way to take that interpretation. Is he saying that if he let his spirit move on, he would never be able to return back to the mortal plane, meaning, like, this is his only chance of staying in our world? It's by being a zombie? That's actually kind of... That's kind of a spooky premise. I stared at him. Why would that happen? I really hope they don't ruin my cool headcanon for this lore. He shrugged. I don't know. Seems like whenever I leave, something bad happens. I guess I'm better off staying here. Besides, you guys need more help with your show. So Eric is just our stagehand at this point. Okay. Besides, you guys need me help with your show. I'm the only one who can truly create. He's still a zombie. He still is rotting. Do you have any idea why someone would need to steal our equipment? I asked. You should have said, I don't know. You fucking stole the equipment! I never thought about that. I just knew you needed me. Well, I'd appreciate it if you would stop by occasionally just to say hi. Okay. This is way funny if it just cuts off. Okay, let's try to get it back at the fucking diner. The souls at the diner are restless. I'm trying to keep it vague so the AI can do whatever it wants, but I'm trying to get it back on track. Because this is not the Eric and Tammy show. This is the fucking Haunted Boys. They can feel their bodies getting lighter and lighter, drifting away from them like a puff of smoke. They look down and realize that everything is changing. Their faces are becoming more and more cartoonish, less real. Are they fucking morphing into the four characters? Their clothes are ripped and falling apart, and they notice that their hair is starting to fall out. Ivan stands up looking around. His body feels foreign to him. Where am I? So who the fuck is Ivan? He looks at his hands. They seem strange too. They're smaller than usual. He turns to the other souls. So they are dead. So is this like an explanation of how it feels to die? That, okay, so like, let me illustrate this. So, dead body. Wait, no. Dead body, go to floor. Dead body, on ground. So now, we have dead body on the ground, and then, like, the souls are coming up. I'm just doing this with my mouse real quick, and then he's like, oh shit, what the fuck? Okay, let me draw that better with, like, an actual fucking tablet. Hold on. Let me get my, like, glove on and get my tablet out. So, now, coming out of the body. I was like, oh shit, man. So he no longer has hair because he's a ghost. So, like, your soul leaving your body is like, it feels to them like everything's being ripped off of you. Like, you're not changing, your body is. So, this is Ivan. Ivan's here now. Let's go back to closer. So yeah, it feels to them like their souls being ripped out of their body, like everything being ripped off of them, when in fact their souls just like their body's just collapsing to the floor. Where am I? He looks at his friends. They seem strange too. They're smaller than usual. He turns to the other soul. What happened to us? He yells. We're losing our bodies, says Frank. Okay, so we have Ivan and Frank now. So we have Ivan and Frank. So let's see how many. Let's see how many souls it names. So slightly muffled. So it's like, we're losing our bodies now. That's interesting. That's actually a really terrifying visual. Imagine feeling like your bones and skin or clothes are peeling off of you when it's just your soul leaving your body. That's horrifying. The others nod, so there's at least two others. There's at least two more. What's happening? Yeah, okay, we're gonna. Frank seems knowledgeable. We're gonna. Ivan falls to his knees. So they have knees. So let me amend this drawing. So they're not floaty boys. They have like some level of body going. So let me kind of like correct. So they have some level of like body and physical form. And then we have unknown others over here. Tears well up in his eyes. Is this what death is like? This is what I'll become when I die. That's actually eerily realistic. Good job, AI. This already has more interaction with the souls than most Fighting Phrase game does. Yes, he is quite the interesting fellow. Frank grabbed Iron's shoulders, holding him up. No, death isn't like this. What about you, Frank? What will you become when you die? Let me retry that. Because they are dead. And if I don't like what this goes into, I'll... I kind of like this, but... Let's see where the AI takes this. Because I don't want the AI to forget these characters are dead. Because these characters are inarguably dead. Ivan gets back onto his seat. How long has this been happening? He asked. Wiping his tears from his face. So Joe is. So I'm guessing we have 4 spirits because nothing's contradicted that. So let's erase one of our question marks. Fucking, what is wrong with you? Playlist.
Welcome to Game Grumps, where I'm going to give.
My God, it's a playlist. What's causing you? Is it not? Is this playlist looping or not? Like, that's what's happening. It's not looping the playlist. Stop! Oh my God. Everyone gets back to me before what's happening. How long is this happening? A few hours. So, okay, they've been dead for a few hours. This is recent. Joe shrugs, slipping his hands into his pockets. Okay, so Joe has pockets. This is important character design detail. Joe also has an extra long, wispy neck. So Joe has pockets. I can get it. I just realized I didn't have my audio going. So, hours. Okay. So Joe has pockets. Why didn't you tell me? I did, says Joe, blowing a small bottle out of his pocket. Okay. What is this? Ivan has taken the bottle. There's a bottle now. Ghost bottle. It's an... No. They're now getting a death antidote. That is kind of hilarious. It's a potion. It gives you temporary body so you can go around. That's actually more interesting. It'll give you a temporary body so you can move or so you can go outside for a while. So sure won't harm me, I'm sure. Ivan sighs and takes a deep breath. Alright, let's do this. He drinks the potion. A few moments later, he stands up tall, feeling like a new person. So I'm gonna have to remember to write it, because I doubt the AI will remember that he's on a time limit. Because it says for a while, it's not permanent. I think it worked. He walked out of the diner, his mind racing. It's dark, but I feel good, strong, like nothing can hurt me. Starts to walk into the woods. Bye, Ivan. I guess Ivan's just good now. I guess. There is someone who can help you, says a voice.
There is someone who can help you,
Says a voice in the darkness. Please be Eric. That would be so out of nowhere, but I finally connect these two random story threads. Ivan looks around. There is no one else there. Who said that? A shadow appears behind him. It is I. Who else would it be? Ivan turned around to find the source of the voice. Jack. Yes. I've been following you ever since you drank my okay, so Jack has the temporary body potion. And just gave it to Joe, I guess? Let's mark that down in our notebook. So, and then Jack created a body potion. This is like a full one, so it's like... So Jack created the temporary body potion. So Jack's doing his own weird shit. So Jack's morals still in question, because he still hasn't been like kill people yet. I don't think he's a good person. I just don't think he's evil like Tammy. Also, the story's forgotten about Tammy. Okay, how'd you find me? I simply walked into the woods and waited. So we're just sitting in the woods and knowing that the temporary body potion would cause Ivan to go into the woods. Okay. Sure. This also means... So we still don't have possession happening yet. You're following me? That's not very subtle. I don't have time. I don't have time for subtlety. Ivan shakes his head. This is crazy. You used to be my enemy. Or We're getting lore. Now you're helping me? This is because I now that's because now I know I'm on your side. Our side. The side of I'm gonna give this another generation and override this. Because this is fundamentally wrong. I'm gonna just erase that. So you can just become unzombified if you feel like, I guess. So Jack used to be a zombie, as you do. But now I'm alive again. Ivan looks at Jack. Can we trust you? Of course. But you're a zombie. So what? But wait, but you... Is zombie like a race? This is very ambiguous. We both want to stay alive. What difference does it make? If I can help you... If I can help you, then I will. If you can help me, then I'll help you. Ivan. I don't think the AI is making a dramatic decision that it thinks it is. So, what I take from this is that Joe wants to help the spirits. Or Jack wants to help the spirits. Okay, thank you, Jack. You're welcome, says Jack. Now let's get back to the dino before anyone notices that you aren't inside. Ivan hurries through the woods looking behind him every once in a while to see where Jack is. For several minutes, they reach the diner. I'm sorry I left without saying goodbye, says Joe, walking towards Ivan. That's okay. I'm glad you found me. So, the spirits are just chilling. They're not like... They're not like possessing anything. They're just relaxed. They're just dead. I was worried about you. I knew you must have had some sort of plan to leave. I do. Then what is it? Ivan leans forward. Remember how I told you that you never said that you could never escape the diner? But we're gonna assume they did. Yeah, it turns out that wasn't entirely true. Joe gives a puzzled look. The diner actually is part of a much larger network of worlds. Several portals lead back and forth here to different universes. Okay! No, I'm not correcting this one. I'm sticking to this one. Fucking... Let's... Fucking... Should have been more specific. Okay, so there's a portal to other universes in the diner. That's a fucking plot device. Tammy exists, questionably evil. The protagonist fucking gone. Jack Espio used to be a zombie. decided not to, but he has the potion that allows you to have a temporary body just lying around whenever you feel like using it. Fucking Eric Forgotten. Portal to another universe in Diner. Joe, Ivan, and Frank exist. No one possesses the characters. Let's see where this goes. This is fucking madness. I love it. All you need to do is figure out which one you came from. Joe grins. I thought as much. You're such a clever boy. I couldn't have done it without your help, says Ivan. So... fucking shut up. Ivan looks at Joe, confused. My mother, how is she here? She came with me. She wanted to see her son for the last time. That's... really helped me too. That came out of left field. Whose mom? Well, it's not Ivan, so it's Joe's mom. It has to be Joe's. Well, no, it's Ivan's mom because it's your mother. Okay, so Ivan's mom helped. Your mother died years ago. Okay, no, it's Joe's mom now. You don't believe me? No, of course you don't. Joe walks over to a booth and sits down. This is... What are our advanced settings? Get someone a cup of coffee. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Come down, sit down. I'll explain everything. Ivan follows him. Where are the others? The very important others. Like Frank, who doesn't exist anymore. As far as I know, you're still living at home in the real world. Okay, there's a real world now. I guess Soul World is just fucking the normal world, but kind of different. Really sounds like the Soul World is just the normal world, but mildly less convenient. Oh. Okay. Where are the others? They're working on getting the portal fully functional. They'll come soon. What about my father? Is he here? As far as I know, he's still living at home in the real world. I haven't seen him yet. You haven't spoken to him in years? Not in person. Okay, it's kind of getting stuck in the soul logic loop. Tammy begins her plot. I'm giving it super... Okay. This is super broad. If it can't handle this... Okay, I'm gonna start really trying to get it to be about Calicool and friends, regardless of how it achieves that. Next day, Tammy takes the stage at the talent show. She sings Heartbreak Hotel by Elvis Presley. Afterwards, the kids applaud. Good job, Tammy. How many kids are in the audience? Counts the kids' audience. She knows most of the people in the auditorium aren't really paying attention to her performance. They're just pretending to clap so they won't seem uncool in front of their peers. Where are we? Tammy's disappointed. She hoped the entire school would pay attention to her. She instantly plows down. Then she waves to the other students. Hey, look at me! What the fuck is the personality of Tammy at this point? Is she a murderer? Is she a witchcraft lady? Who knows? She killed Eric, at least. We know that. Look at, everyone looks at her. Most of them roll their eyes. Look at me. I'm an amazing singer. Some of the kids laugh. Stop laughing at me. I think I'm gonna amp up the craziness of Tammy a little bit. I'm gonna kill all of you, starting with the ones who laughed at me. A few of the kids scream. Others stand up and run away, politely, I guess. If you try to reason with her. This is at school, this isn't even related to the diner. Don't do it, Tammy, says Katie, who exists. We understand you're upset, but you don't need to hurt us. Tammy points the knife at Katie. Okay, Joe's here now. Is this Joe Afton? Who knows who this Joe is? Fucking Joe Afton contrast to Joe Schmidt and Joe Fitzgerald and Joe Unknown. It's okay, Tammy, says Joe. I'll protect you from the kids who made fun of you. Joe grabs a chain and throws it at the crowd and knocks a couple of the kids unconscious. One holds up. He's holding it piece. So, Joe has a fucking chain. Joe is like the item master. If you think you can scare us, you got another thing coming, he says. I can. I'm not bluffing. You're lying, says Joe. This is appropriate music for like the fight scene about to break out. You killed your parents, I saw you do it. Okay, hold the fuck on. New lore. Tammy killed her parents. That's awesome lore. That's actually a really cool revelation. Shut up, idiot. I didn't kill them, you did. How could you... Okay, so Joe has a fucking chain. I know it said like he threw a chain to the audience, but I'm... So, chain. He's like a stand user, I'm imagining now. Or like, fucking that's the bad example. Joe is kind of suspicious at this point. Giving him some more unique face decals to help separate him. Ivan should still be dead, but has like a temporary body. Frank doesn't matter. It really only seems to change its focus when I tell it to.
The free version version is amazing. You can use it for spelling and grammar checks. If you upgrade to the premium
Because it makes perfect sense. You're the only one who's ever said anything mean to me. And you're the biggest bully around. Joe gets out of his chair. He's in a chair, apparently. He did this all in a chair. Who's the real killer, he asks. Tammy picks up the chair and hurls it at a kid. The wooden chair breaks into pieces. Some of the wood falls on top of the kid. That's unrelated. That has nothing to do with the conversation. So, either Joe or Tammy killed Tammy's parents. We don't know who actually did it. It's more in character for Tammy, but Joe is weird. Are you okay? Asked Tammy. Yes, says the kid. Thank you for... First... No. Fucking... So mention. I don't have to talk to you. Fine, says Tammy. But before we're done, I'm gonna find out what you know. The kids start chanting. She's a liar, she's a liar, she's a liar. She's a liar. Tammy nods. You're right, I am a liar, but I'll prove myself. She holds up a knife and screams. I was literally going to type in she kills the kids. Die, you little shitheads. Whoa. I guess I taught the AI how to swear. She stabs the knife into the ground. Blood sprays anywhere. Oh dear. I might have gotten the wrong person. The ground. The kids start running away. Joe is among the first to leave. When chronologically is this happening? So, Tammy killed the ground. Runs back into the auditorium. He sees Calicool sitting alone. Calicool. I'm gonna make sure it knows Calicool's a girl. She looks to Joe. Calicool. Save it for later. Calicool says. She looks to Joe. I'm sick of waiting for you, Joe. I really want to make sure it knows Calicool's a girl, because otherwise it's going to get very confusing pronoun-wise. Don't worry. I'll be here when you get back. Joe hurries off to find Ivan. Once he finds him, he explains the situation. So what now? Asks Ivan. This is like a game of telephone where like each new AI generation gets further and further from whatever the prompt of is. I need to tell you about our plan, says Joe. Maybe this will help you help convince them to join us. Do you really believe Tammy's telling the truth? No. Says Joe. But I don't care. If she wants to play detective, let her. Later that night, Tammy and Katie are in the bathroom together. They're wearing... What the fuck does secret identities mean? Oh, also, I guess I should update. Tammy has a fucking knife. Tammy has a knife. They're both wearing their secret identities. Katie has a bruise on her cheek. What happened, she asks. I fell down the stairs, said Tammy. I was trying to taste the show and then the lights went out. You did what? Why did you do that? I want to show everyone how brave I am. That's stupid. I know, says Tammy, but it worked. This story is about a band of animatronics in a diner in Portland. AI, please. I swear to God, it will somehow be like Portland, Maine, or whatever. Oh, not the Muffin Man band. The Joe's to entertain customers, but lately they're getting fat. They're getting bored. They want more challenging shit. Okay. So that's canon. We're just gonna ignore that. Changing the subject. In the morning, Joe sneaks out of his bedroom to go and sees Tammy. He knocks on their door. Come in, says Tammy. Joe enters. Can I talk to you for a second? So, meanwhile, somewhere out there's the Muffin Man band. I didn't mean to switch to that brush, but it just kind of worked. So there's the Muffin Man band. They're somewhere. I really should have been more specific. What it? Can I talk to you for a second? Asked Joe. I think you should hear something that might change your mind. What is it? I found some evidence that proves you're innocent. Really? Joe takes out an orange peels. They're splattered with blood. Tammy, I think you were left. I think these are left behind by someone else. Someone else? Asked Tammy. Yeah, says Joe. Someone who tried to frame you. It was me. Someone who's probably still around. Why? Asked Tammy. I don't know. Maybe they just wanted to make you feel bad because they know that you lost your parents. Maybe they're just jealous of how smart you are. I'm sure that's what it is, Joe. I'm fucking positive. What the fuck? So, I don't know. They just want to. Maybe because of just how smart you are. That. Okay. So, it's worth noting Joe is dead. Joe is a fucking ghost who has pants. This gets stupider and stupider. Like, I know this stuff's supposed to be stupid. This is reaching another level. This is not coherent in the slightest. I think the best option for handling this is after the stream's done, I'll compile a simplified version of the story and put it in and see where it goes. And I'll kind of be more specific about some of the character traits. Because I think the AI is forgetting Tammy is actually a murderer and trying to, like, work her around to being like, oh, she didn't actually do it. She's innocent. We don't even know what murder Tammy's framed for at this point. Like, it is completely ambiguous. They're dead, says Tammy, and you made sure of it. Joe shrugs. Whatever. I'm here to prove that you were framed. We just need to figure out where all the other clues came from. What other clues? Okay, says Tammy. Let's go. It's a trap, says Ivan. Shut up, says Joe. We can't trust her. There's no time to argue, says Joe. So let's give Tammy an actual character design. She hasn't been described at all, so I'll just adjust this. accordingly. So she's a college student. This is a design detail we know for a fact. I'm just going to rapidly scribble down design traits of her, based on what I imagine she and everyone else looks like in this world. Which is fucking just pure nonsense. Just like no one makes any sense. I'm just rapidly drawing random design details.
This is Mars Murder Mystery.
Your voice is a podcast voice.
This is Mars Murder Mystery. There's an intergalactic killer on the loose.
See where it takes you with Anchor by Spotify.
But here, there's nowhere left to hide.
Start your podcast with Anchor by Spotify.
What's going on, guys?
Fucking-
Hope you're fantastic today, and welcome to the interview with Scott Corfin.
I really like that episode, that video, but please, fucking let the playlist work. Okay, so she just gets generic shoes. I'm not bothering like actually design. Okay. This is Tammy's canon design. This is officially what she looks like. Crazy murder lady. In fact, I think actually we can just hold on. get this like simplified. Because once again, I don't want to like. I think I actually have screenshots of like finished Pirates of Prey stuff, or not Pirates of Prey, Dynamo stuff, and I don't want that to be. So let's. I think this summarizes what this journey has been like. So Tammy just kills people. But does she? Honestly, the AI has been a little ambiguous on whether or not she's actually killing people. I'm gonna ask the AI kind of bluntly, does the AI actually kill people? I don't think so. She's had plenty of opportunities. In fact, she could have killed anyone if she wanted to, but she didn't. I want to see how consistent it is with this, actually. I wonder if I keep asking it this, if it will change or not. Because I think she actually kills people. She stabbed the floor with blood. We do some research. First, we overlook this. Okay, that question's actually just getting us to, like, nowhere. Calicool. Friends perform on stage. Animatronic band perform on stage. Fame. Fucking fix yourself. I just want this to be about possessed robots. Sit down next to the band. The couple is excited. They clap along to the music. Their excitement makes the band happier. They sing louder. And dance harder. The audience cheers for them. We're famous, says one of the band members. We're continuing with this. I want to get the fucking band more involved in this, and they are animatronics, they are not people. And yet, I don't care if that's how we end up in this. Not yet, says another, but we're getting there. I don't know who's who. The man and the woman make fun of the band. They laugh at their mistakes. The band members look upset, but they keep singing and dancing anyway. It is completely forgotten any of the band members. The man and woman leave after the performance. The band members are disappointed. We suck, says one of the band members. Not so much, says another band members. No, says the third. Fuck! No! No! Oh, okay. Fuck, that scared me. Okay, those are saved to file. Okay. Yeah, you're totally awesome, says the first. I mean, I like you too. Thanks, says the second. Let's practice. They have names. The first thing I did was give them names because I wanted this to be about the animatronics. I was expecting, like, Calicool shoots up a school, or, like, that would be the most batshit thing to happen. Not Tammy just going on misadventures while everything else is completely unrelated. Alright, let me think about this. I think I'm going to end it here for the day. Because I do have stuff to do today, and I do have to work on Dynamo for the day. That said, I will pick this up and, like, composite it into, like, a streamlined version of it and